from New Zealand to New Jersey. Welcome and welcome back, fellow fans of Clash of Clans. It is your host, Galadon, and in today's episode, we are going to compare side by side level 1 versus level 13 versus level 27 epic giant gauntlet. That is right, the King's amazing equipment that everybody seems to want to level up. Is it worth it? This is going to cost hundreds and hundreds of dollars or months of work of raiding of clan wars to get there. And we've got several stages of challenges in today's episode to compare. So if you get a chance, please do consider subscribing to the channel and turning on notifications. And of course, using creator code Galadon. It goes a long ways in keeping the channel running. Of course, you could also become a member. The link is down in the description. But let's get moving and talk about these giant gauntlets, the current only epic equipment in the game. And we are going to start out with little baby level 1 giant gauntlets. Now, of course, we have active abilities and hero boosts. I will show you a chart a little bit later in today's episode that compares all of these side by side. But for now, we're going to start out and consider, hey, is it possible? Is it practical? Is it a good idea to equip giant gauntlets even if they are only level 1? And as you can see, the numbers are pretty paltry when it comes to the boosts. So let's try the stage noob. That's right, the easy stage here with the archers and the cannons. Gauntlet level 1. We drop the king. Okay. Well, let's remember this is a level 95 king. Obviously, he is very strong, and we have much more difficult stages for him to face shortly. And now we run in and we grab some gems. We gem our giant gauntlet from level 1 to, I figured it's about the midway range, right? You can see there are some levels where the active ability gets a big boost. That makes a huge difference and, of course, costs more of the special starry ore and, of course, the other ores. There's so many ores I can't even keep track, but you get the point. So we go to level 13 because we couldn't go to level 13.5. So here we are. The ability duration up by just a couple of seconds. The numbers starting to look better, but they really excel in the 20s. And at 27, it's crazy. But let's go ahead. Back to the noob stage now with our newly equipped level 13 giant gauntlet. And, well, I'll be honest, it looked like maybe a little better, a little more impressive. He runs off and wants to destroy more stuff right away. But don't worry, difficult. And, of course, the gauntlets must now, well, I guess it's gauntlet singular, right? It's not plural, the gauntlets. This is a gauntlet. Let's get that straight because it's only on one hand, obviously. But okay, so here we go with the super crazy expensive. I spent so many gems, you wouldn't even want to do this, but you don't have to because you can get there for free, right? Yes, okay, but finally, as we are approaching level 27, you can see the numbers are insanely high now. The value for these final levels of giant gauntlet upgrades is massive, and it does kind of leave a sort of bad taste in my mouth simply because you have to spend such a ridiculous number of gems to get there. It's going to take a long time, but here's the graph for those that want to see the comparison from 1 to 27. Man, the DPS by a factor of 10. Feel free to pause it if you want to look at that longer, but let's move on to the level 27 gauntlets destroying the first stage. Obviously, we all knew how that was going to go. Let's make something slightly more difficult. How about the champion level? Some expos and some wizard towers, a gap to drop our king in. And yes, I realize this is not a scientific experiment because there is going to be a slight variation about where he targets first and that sort of thing. But we can go in now with the level 13 gauntlets, exact same setup, try to hit that ability early. And again, I would say that these three levels look pretty similar. In fact, the Barbarian King doesn't even come in and one-shot all of the defenses here. He takes 2 to get through everything else, and it's not until these later, more difficult stages like this one, the insane stage, full of hidden Teslas. You've got the Monolith, Rage Towers, Inferno Towers, and Scatter Shots, and the Barbarian King leaves 5 defenses standing when equipped with the level 1 Gauntlet. Moving on to a level 13 Gauntlet, the Barbarian King going to work using the ability. Again, you see these are always paired with a level 18 Rage Vial, and well, a very similar result to the first level 1 gauntlet try, so let's try it with level 27 gauntlets. And much as you might expect, the Barbarian King has much more success, but doesn't quite get through the final Inferno Tower. That raged single target Inferno just too much for the Barbarian King to handle. So let's move on to the hit point stage. We took many of the highest hit point buildings in the game, put them together, and here's where you can see the time factor starts to become really significant. The length of time that the Barbarian has this ability active increases so much from levels 1 to 27 that it makes a massive difference in how quickly he can go through extremely high hit point buildings like storages and of course the Town Hall. So okay, fine, he's also stuck in the poison, but let's move on and try out the level 13 gauntlets next and see just how he can do against the same setup. And don't worry, we have one more stage to go. You've got to see the heroic stage. It is crazy. Hero versus hero annihilation. But here, the level 13 mid-range gauntlets, I would say this is pretty easy to get to this level or beyond as a free-to-play player right now. But I would also say that it seems like the big number, the big damage differences come in the 20s. So I would definitely work on these early and often if possible. Here's level 27, Absolute Annihilation, the ability now lasting a full 17 seconds, up almost 50% from the level 1 12-second duration. That makes all of the difference in the hit point stage, and the Barbarian King wiping everybody out before his ability expired. But wait, there's more. Let's check out the heroic stage as it's hero on hero violence. The level 1 gauntlet Barbarian King in against all of the heroes and a quartet of weaponized builder huts, and it does not end well for our poorly equipped level 1 gauntlet wearing king. Left behind about half of the health in the royal champion and a fully healthy level 90 archer queen. Yeah, he does not do so well there, but guess what? As you might expect, upgrade to level 13, and the results are dramatically different. Watch our Barbarian King go to work, spin around, go after the Archer Queen and the Royal Champion, and believe it or not, yes, the ability, duration, strength, and healing comes together and lets the Barbarian King survive this confrontation with only a sliver of health left behind, angrily banging against the walls to get out. And we are going to get out of level 13 onto level 27. And yeah, okay, get ready, right? This is the moment that everybody goes, man, I want to get my gauntlets to level 27. In goes the Barbarian King, absolutely demolishing everything in his path. No hero stands a chance. The Royal Champion two-shotted. The level 90 Queen is absolutely beaten down. And our Barbarian King hero emerges with nearly half his hit points due to the level 27 giant gauntlets. So, in the final analysis, is it worth it? You must decide for yourself. I am going to level this bad boy up as quickly as I possibly can without going broke. Thank you, Galafam, for sticking around all the way to the end of today's episode. I appreciate every last one of you, and now it is your turn to get out there and appreciate the best of the rest of your day, week, month, and year. Be kind to other people, animals, and the planet. And I hope to see every last one of you back here again tomorrow for more full attacks.
Galadon, buy me gauntlet, buy me gauntlets, gauntlet,